Hello everyone, welcome to Basics e-learning.
This is the second video in chapter-wise MCQ series. In this video, I am going to discuss most important MCQs on chapter number 2, polynomials for class 10 CBSE students. Already in my videos, I have uploaded chapter 1 MCQs, the link of which I am going to leave in the description box. This video will be helpful for both basic math student as well as standard math student. The first question here is the value of k for which minus 4 is a 0 of a polynomial x square minus x minus of 2k plus 2 is. So if minus 4 is one of the 0 of the polynomial, means if you substitute minus 4 in the polynomial in place of x, the equation has to be satisfied, means that it has to be equal to 0, that quadratic equation, right? So let us solve. X square minus x minus 2k plus 2 is equal to 0. So given one of the root is minus 4, this is a quadratic equation. It has two roots. They have given one root is minus 4. So put it in this equation, minus 4 whole square. So plus 16 minus of minus plus 4 minus of 2k plus 2 is equal to 0. So leave 2k one side and the remaining numbers one side. So 16 plus 4 is 20 minus 2k minus 2 is equal to 0. 20 minus 2 is 18. So 2k is equal to 18. Then k is equal to 9. So the answer for this question number 1 is option B here, 9. Next is, if the zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where c is not equal to 0 are equal, then c and a have opposite sign, c and b have opposite sign, c and a have same sign, and option D you are given with c and b have the same sign. So the quadratic equation here is ax square plus bx plus c, the standard form. So in order to check whether the roots are equal or not, first we have to write the discriminant, right? So the discriminant d is equal to b square minus 4ac. If this b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then both the roots are equal. So you are given with both the zeros are equal, right? So if the zeros are equal, then b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So this condition will hold good. So b square is equal to 4ac. So that means b square they are telling, means any b can be any number, but square you are taking, so this has to be a positive. So multiplication, the product of a and c has to be positive here. So the product of a and c are positive, means a and c both can be positive or both can be negative. Correct, right? So plus into plus is plus or minus into minus is plus. As b square, any number whole square is positive. So the product of a and c has to be positive. So a and c should have both have the same sign. That means either positive or negative. So coming to that, if you select the options here, if you see the option here, both A and C should have opposite sign. No, if they have opposite sign, this equation will not hold good, right? So option C is correct, right? C and A have both same sign. So option C is correct for this question number 2. Question number 3. The number of zeros of the polynomial from the graph is 0, 1, 2, 3. This is very important question, very easy. So whenever the curve touches, how many number of times the curve touches the x-axis, those many number of zeros are there for the polynomial. So see here, this is the curve that is touching the x-axis at only one point here. So the answer is number of zeros of this polynomial are 1. Coming to question number 4. if one of the zero of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 3x plus k is equal to 2, then the value of k is, this is similar to again question number 1 here, right? So just substitute the root or the zero that is given in the equation, then find the value of k. So as you are given with one of the zero is 2 or one of the root of the quadratic equation is 2, put it back in the equation. 4 plus 3 2s are 6 plus k is equal to 0. So 10 plus k is equal to 0. So k is equal to minus 10. So option B is correct here. Question number 5. The quadratic polynomial whose zeros are minus 3 and 4 is. So we have a formula that if you know sum of the roots and product of the roots, then the quadratic equation can be expressed as x square minus of sum of the roots multiplied by x plus product of the roots is equal to 0. So this is a very frequently asked question. As you are given with the two zeros, find out sum of the zeros and product of the zeros. So 4 minus 3 or minus 4 minus 3 plus 4, right? That is nothing but 1. Sum of the roots is 1 and the product of the roots is minus 12 here. So put it back in the formula. Minus x minus 12 is equal to 0. X square minus x minus 12 is equal to 0. So check out. Option A is x square minus x plus 12. So not correct. X square plus x plus 12. Again not correct. Option C is also not correct. Option D is correct here. See here. Suppose say if you have option D, your option D is 2x square minus 2x minus 24 is equal to 0. Then select option D. See here, if you multiply this whole equation with 2 or not only 2, any other multiple, again the equation will hold good, right? So not only this, the multiple, the whole thing has to be multiplied by any multiple, right? Any number, then also the answer will be correct. So you have to be careful while choosing the answer here. Question number 6. If the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus a plus 1 into x plus b are 2 and minus 3, then you need to find out the values of a and b. So like from the previous question, you are given with the two zeros of the polynomial, then you can write the equation, that is x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. So here sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equal to 2 minus 3 minus 1 and alpha beta is equal to 2 into minus 3 minus 6. So put it back in the equation. So I am getting the equation as x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. But you have the quadratic equation given as x square plus a plus 1 into x plus b is equal to 0. Now compare the coefficients, right? Constants of the coefficients. Then I'll get a plus 1 is equal to 1 and b is equal to minus 6. So a is equal to 0 and b is equal to minus 6 is the solution for this question. So option D is correct here. Question number 7. The number of polynomials having zeros minus 2 and 5 is. So as I said earlier, if you know the zeros, then the equation can be written as x square minus sum of the zeros multiplied by x plus product of the zeros is equal to 0. So from here I can write alpha plus beta, that is minus 2 plus 5, that is plus 3. So here it is minus 3x, right? Minus 10 is equal to 0. Minus 2 and 5, no? So minus 10 is equal to 0. So this is the equation, that is the polynomial that I can write from the given two zeros. But as I said in this problem also, here also question number 5, any multiple of this polynomial also having the same roots. That will also have the same roots. So it can have any number of solutions, n number of solutions. But in the options you have like more than 3. So that can be selected as your correct answer here. Question number 8. Given that one of the zeros of the cubic polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is 0, then the product of the other two zeros is. So we know the cubic polynomial, sum of any two zeros of the cubic polynomial alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to minus c by a. Let us say one of the root of this cubic polynomial is 0. So take alpha is equal to 0. Then this term will get cancelled. 0 multiplied by anything is 0. So beta gamma, the product of the other two roots is minus c by a. So option A is correct for question number 8. Question number 9. If one of the zeros of the cubic polynomial x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c is equal to minus 1, then the product of the other two zeros is. So we have the standard form of the cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. But the given equation is x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Upon comparing with the standard form, we'll get a is equal to 1, b is equal to a here, and then c is equal to b, d is equal to c. Right? A bit confusing. Then let us say alpha, beta, gamma are the two roots of this cubic polynomial, and you are given one of the root is minus 1 or one of the 0 is minus 1. So I am taking alpha is equal to minus 1. And they are asking you to find out the product of the other two zeros, that is beta multiplied by gamma is how much. Now let us find out. So we know the product of the zeros, that is alpha multiplied by beta multiplied by gamma is equal to minus d by a. So if you substitute alpha is equal to minus 1 here, minus 1 into beta gamma is equal to minus d, means minus c by a is how much? A is 1, right? So here the product of the zeros, that is alpha beta gamma is equal to c we have to get, right? So but the answer, the solutions are in terms of a and b. So we have to get this product in terms of a and b. So for that, let us put alpha is equal to minus 1 in the equation. As they are telling, this is one of the zero of the cubic polynomial. Then if you substitute, it has to satisfy. Right. So minus 1 whole cube plus minus 1 whole square into a plus minus 1 into b plus c is equal to 0. So this is here minus 1 plus a minus b plus c is equal to 0. So what is c here? C is equal to minus a plus b plus 1. Right? So c I am keeping and everything I am taking it to the other side. So your answer will be b minus a plus 1. So option A is correct here. Question number 10. The relationship between zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c is. It's a straight away question. Sum of the zeros is given by minus b by a, and the product of zeros is given by c by a. So option B is correct here. Question number 11. The zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 9x plus 127 are both positive, both negative, positive and negative, both equal. See here, compare this with the standard form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If the coefficients of here, the coefficients and the constant, that is a, b, c, all are greater than 0, then both the roots are negative. If at all these roots are less than 0, then we'll get positive roots. So you have here plus 99 and plus 127 plus 1. So we'll get both the roots as negative. Coming to question number 12, the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus kx plus k when k is not equal to 0 cannot both be positive, cannot both be negative, or always equal, or always equal. So let us see. Find out the sum of the roots here. Alpha plus beta is given by minus b by a. So that is nothing but minus k by 1. So minus k. Alpha beta is product of the roots is k by 1, right? C by a. So that is nothing but k by 1. So sum of the roots is minus k and product of the roots is k. Alpha beta is equal to k in the sense both alpha and beta should have the same sign. So one thing is fixed, they should have the same sign. So coming to the second condition, the sum of the roots has the negative sign. So both alpha and beta should have negative sign. So both cannot be positive. Option A is correct. Cannot both be positive. Question number 13. If the zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, where c is not equal to 0, are equal, then, so when the two zeros are equal, what is going to happen? What is the sign of AB or BC or AC? They're asking in options. So let us find out the discriminant. If discriminant is equal to 0, then we say it has equal roots. So discriminant is b square minus 4ac. Here should be equal to 0. So b square is equal to 4ac. So if you see your left hand side, b square, any number, b can be any number, maybe positive or negative. As you are taking square, so the left hand side will be always a positive number. Coming to your right hand side, A, C. So the product of A and C should be positive. So A and C should have both the same sign, that is minus into minus or plus into plus. Anything will be positive. Now let us go to options, what they have given. C and A should have opposite signs. No, wrong. They should have both same sign. B and C have opposite sign. No rule. C and A have same sign. Correct, right? So A and C should have same sign. Option C is correct here. Question number 14. If one of the zeros of a quadratic polynomial of the form x square plus ax plus b is the negative of the other, then it has no linear term and a constant term is negative. It has no linear term and the constant term is positive. Can have a linear term and constant term is negative. Can have a linear term but the constant term is positive. So like this they have given options. Let us see. Suppose see here, the sum of the zeros is alpha plus beta, we know, and the product of zeros is alpha beta, right? So if you know the sum and products, then the quadratic equation, any quadratic equation can be written as x square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. They have given the zeros. One zero is negative of the other zero. So alpha is suppose say minus beta, right? Then what happens to alpha plus beta? In place of alpha put minus beta. So alpha plus beta will be 0. And alpha beta will be what? So you keep in place of beta, alpha you keep minus beta. So this will be minus beta square. Then your equation will become x square. Alpha plus beta is 0. So this will be now 0x minus b square is equal to 0. So this is x square minus b square is equal to 0. See here, it doesn't have any linear term. Linear term means x coefficient, right? and constant term is negative. So it doesn't have any linear term and the constant term is negative. So option A is correct here. Question number 15. The zeros of the polynomial x squared plus 7x plus 10 are. So 5 2s are 10 and 5 plus 2 is 7, right? So the roots are to be 5 and 2. Now without solving, you can check out from the option. See, all the options have 5 and 2, but the signs are different. So if you see, if you compare this one, all the coefficients here are A and B, C, all are greater than 0, then the roots are negative. So minus 2 and minus 5. Without solving, you can select the answer here as option C, minus 2 and minus 5. Coming to question number 16, the relationship between the zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. So the product of zeros they're asking, you know, sum of the zeros alpha plus beta is minus b by a, and the product of zeros alpha beta is c by a. So this is a direct question. Option A is correct here. Question number 17. The zeros of the polynomial x square minus 3 are. So you equate x square minus 3 is equal to 0. So x square is equal to 3. X is plus or minus root 3. None of the options are matching here. So option D is correct here. Coming to question number 18. A quadratic polynomial whose sum and product of the zeros are minus 3 and 2. So repeated many times the formula x square minus sum of the roots of the polynomial into x plus product of the roots is equal to 0 is the formula for the required quadratic polynomial. So x square minus sum of the roots here minus 3 plus 2, that is minus 1. So minus of minus here plus x plus product of the zeros coming to minus 3 and 2 minus 6 is equal to 0. So it has to be x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So check out the answers. So none of it is matching. Maybe some options are here mistakes. So this is the correct answer for question number 18. Question number 19. If one of the zeros of the quadratic polynomial k minus 1 into x square plus kx plus 1 is minus 3, then the value of k is. So if minus 3 is one of the root of the given quadratic polynomial, you can substitute minus 3 in place of x and equate to 0, as minus 3 is verifying the equation, that is one of the root. So it has to satisfy the equation. So let us do that. The given equation is k minus 1 into x square plus kx plus 1 is equal to 0. Let us put minus 3. So k minus 1 minus 3 square 9. X means 3. So minus 3k plus 1 is equal to 0. So this will be 9k minus 9 minus 3k plus 1 is equal to 0. So 6k minus 8 is equal to 0. K is equal to 8 by 6 or 4 by 3. So option A is correct for question number 19. Question number 20. The zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus kx plus k when k is not equal to 0. So this is repeated. Question number 12 is the same question. So for this option A, both cannot be positive is the answer for this question number 20.
For more videos, please do like, share, subscribe to our channel. Let us know your suggestions and queries in the comment box. Thank you.